It's a great day. Number 29. Essere un gran dia. To continue with the truck series, our theme, of course, is Keep On Truckin'. And Keep On Truckin' is more or less going through difficulties, being persistent, and basically keep on trucking. It was popularized in the mid-60s based on a song, which will go on later to that time. And I have shown or drawn a little sketch here that is my first effort for this subject, and I'm going to show it to you. So, keep on trucking. And we'll have more during these series. So stay tuned. Live from Pine Top, Arizona, it's That Painting Show starring the Color Queen. Here's Betty.
Hi folks, I'm Beth Zink. Welcome to day 29 of That Painting Show. I know I kind of look like a red-haired Phyllis Diller.
Look like you slept on it all night.
Oh, I know, the old redhead bedhead. Well, today we are going to finish our truck painting. But first, Dr. John, who is today's lucky duck?
The lucky duck is Colleen. Whoops, look outside one.
Whoa!
Colleen from
Painted duck
Canada.
Again. You know, we have a lot of painted ducks.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All
right. Oh yeah, a lot of painted duck. more like painted Beth today. Corleen from Canada is one of my former students, and she says, I have really enjoyed your online painting tutorials. That's a good word. I don't think we're exactly tutorials. We're much more ridiculous than that. And she said, and the wigs and the laughter. Well, thanks, Corleen. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Keep on enjoying them. We're going to work on this vintage junk truck again. Last time I told you how we need to use this as a resource photo. And what we're going to do is we're going to just use it for what we want. I actually changed a lot of the background color, a lot of the background in the photograph. I turned these old TV dishes into a blue agave, and now I'm going to turn this old air conditioner into a prickly pear. I love that looming dark sky, so I left that in there. What I did since we were gone, doing my homework, is I put in all the details in the grill. I brought in all these different colors in the paint. And you know, it's amazing what sun and wind and water can do to automotive paint over the years. I believe this truck was blue at one point. You can see where it's kind of that blue color. So what we're gonna do right now is put in the prickly pears. We did a show a couple weeks ago called Green with Envy, and we were talking about mixing greens. Well, I'm not using green today. I'm just going to use yellow ochre, blue, a little bit of white, and that is how I'm going to make this prickly pear cactus. I sketched it in first. I recommend you do that too. I'm using a small flat brush, and I'm putting this in front of, so I'm hiding what in my resource photo had as an air conditioner. We're just changing it to something natural. So not only do we have an agave, but we also have a prickly pear here in our foreground. Don't you think that's a lot better, Dr. John?
Well, I do.
Better than junk.
Good junk.
So,
by the way, with Keep On Truckin',
yes,
it was actually in 1968 that Robert Crumb did a one-page comic on a one-page in the Zap Comics in 1968. Now he was not the originator, of course, but he used to listen and love blues. So in 1936, he had heard Truckin' My Blues Away by Blind Boy Fuller. Go figure that. Go figure that.
Wow.
Being an avid fan, he picked up that song, did the sketch, and became very famous for posters, t-shirts, and two, he was not actually a fan of the hippie scene.
But hippies took it on, right?
Like sure, you got it.
I remember we were kind of, well, we weren't exactly hippies. We were kind of hippies.
Actually, most popularized by Grateful Dead.
Right.
And other songs, but that's the most popular, Keep On Truckin'.
Right. Well, you know, it's funny because when I thought of Keep On Truckin' just for the title of this series, it was just in my brain just because I'd heard it a lot of times, but I never paid attention to that. But then you remembered the old cartoon. So.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. A lot of times there were things in your head or things in your past that you remember, but not for sure why. I guess that's what I wanted to say. So I just used yellow ochre and ultramarine blue and white to make these prickly pear pads down here in the foreground, which I think are far better looking than the old air conditioner.
Oh, I agree.
Next. There was this big old tree back here, and I thought rather than have it be all like the time of year when there's not in leaf, that I would leaf it out. And I thought what I'd do is I'd show you how I would begin leafing out a tree. I would do the dark first and then put the lights on top. So here we go. You know what? I'm going to change brushes. I think that flat brush is going to give us too much of a square shape. So I'm going to use ultramarine blue, yellow ochre, mix them till I like them. Now, if you want more olive, you add more yellow ochre. If you want more blue or more sage, you add the blue. I think I'm going to start with the sage. I'm going to dot this around here, remembering that trees are always more dense at the center before they spread out. I'm just doing this stippling technique. Stippling is like the Impressionists did. Tap, 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 tap. Change the size of your taps. When you get out to the edges, make them little tiny taps because the leaves on at the end are smaller than they are here in the center. You don't want to cover up all your branches, but some.
You know, also note Crumb.
Yeah.
The take on or the Keep On Truckin' example. He had said, "Oh, it's the curse of my life." This stupid little cartoon caught hugely. There was a DJ on the radio in the 70s who would yell every 10 minutes, "And don't forget to keep on truckin'." And he didn't want to turn into a greeting card artist for the counterculture.
This is the lighter version of the yellow ochre and the blue with a lot of white. I'm just trying to get some contrast against that dark sky. So I'm adding the lighter yellow, ochre, and blue mixture with a lot of white. It's better when you put the darks on first and then add the highlights. It's like you put the leaves on first and then you add where the light is coming from. Now, granted, in this piece, there's no real light source because it's a big storm, although it kind of looks like it's coming from the right side. Every painting doesn't need to have an exact light source as far as I'm concerned. I mean, if you're a realist painter and you really are, it's all about your landscape and your real time. like a plein air painter, then that's important. But if you're just doing a painting for source, then hey, you know, you can create your own light source as the old, oh gosh, what was it called? Chiaroscuro. I think I remember those artists that I studied in college that obviously I don't remember very well, but I do remember that word. Chiaroscuro was what meant no obvious light source. Well, I think I am done except for...
Beautiful.
You know what? I can't not have flowers. John, you know I can't not have flowers. So I'm going to put some little flowers on these prickly pears.
I like a little red one. You know, real quick, Crumb had a last-ditch attempt to get audiences to stop Keep On Truckin' Madness, or just to stick it to the masses. In 1972, offered a collection of various phrases that were similar to truckin', but obviously wrong. It was clear that the phase was no longer a call to keep living life, but was now a thorn in Crumb's side. I'm sure it was like a smiley face. It could have
gone on forever.
Gone on forever.
Well, you know, I guess that happens. Well, I think I just added a little this cad red light, which I love. It's a real red-orange, bright color. And I just, since I brought it into the flowers, I had to bring it into the rest of the painting because I like repeating colors. It helps to keep what they call color harmony in a painting. That's good. I'm good. What do you think?
Magnificent.
Okay. Next, we have a sale. I know I've already told you about it. We have a sale on Giclées, and it's been a really good sale because I think a lot of people are staying at home, not traveling. Gosh, so many people have canceled all kinds of travel plans. So if you're staying at home, you're not traveling, maybe it's time to like feather your nest. And 25% off on our Giclées. Happy art might be a good thing to do just for a little bit of fun. Doesn't matter how small or large, but we do have a sale through October, 25% all of our Giclées. And if you want them hand embellished, that's when I go over the entire painting with a clear coat of, it's not paint, but we'll call it paint, a clear coat. And I brush, actually every brush stroke with clear paint. It gives a little texture, it gives some sheen, and that's an extra 15% if you want that. Last but not least, Pearls of Wisdom. Okay, in keeping with today's Keep On Truckin' theme, as you said, Dr. John, keep on truckin' means being persistent. In 1999, I saw this quote about persistence hanging in an office in Scottsdale. I was so taken with it that I copied it down real quick, and it's been my mantra or my credo ever since. There's nothing like persistence. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing's more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Persistence and determination are omnipotent. I didn't know until recently. That's from Calvin Coolidge.
Keep on trucking.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Be safe, stay well. Come on, vaccine. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.